Hi, it's a Silly Moustache here, and I'm wading through this wealth of questions and comments that you've sent me from my last video, and thank you very much. I'd like to talk to Joseph Wallace 5389, who has asked me to make a video on capos, the how, why and when to use, proper adjustment and location to fret would be great. Yes, okay, so let's handle that, Joseph. First of all, let's talk about tuning. This is quite important. We typically tune the open strings, but that cannot compensate for the pressure we put on the strings when we play and the height of the frets. Brand new guitars with nice high frets can be a little bit sharp if you press them, etc. So this is how I tune, and this works in concert with the way I use capos. So I'm going to not do that one, but I'm going to do the G the way that I would play it. I'm going to do the B on the A string the way I would play it. I'm going to do the D and the G open, and I'm going to do the D on the B string and the G on the E string. Now this helps me for the two chord shapes that I use the most in my performances, and that's the G shape and the C shape. Now let's bring the capos in. I've tried them all. The Dunlop elastic ones that would flick off and sting your hand, the Hamilton capos that seemed like a torture device of some sort, Kaisers and other such. But I stopped at the Shubb, the basic Shubb, the Mark 1 C3 I think it is. I'll correct that if I'm wrong. This is the one with the little screw and the little Delrin cap on the end. This is perfect for me, and they're cheap enough that I have one for every guitar on which I would use a capo. So more and more I find myself singing in D, a C-shaped D, right? So I can sing in C with a capo. I can sing in D. I'm missing out the sharps and the flats. D. I can put the capo on the fourth, and I've got E. Rarely go ahead of that, but I can go in G, A, actually can't, A, B, a key often preferred by female singers, and E. So I've got A, B, C, D, E, alright? Does anybody ever sing out of F? Yeah, I suppose they do. So that's why you have a keeper. You have capos so you can sing in the key that you prefer to sing in, okay? So I've got the Shubbs covered. There are another type of capo, which I've suddenly lost. Oh no, I know why. So having adopted that style of tuning, when I'm playing a gig, I will often play 3 or 4 numbers on the 6 string and then change to a 12 string. Now, I have also got a Shub Capo for the 12 string, and having tuned this up, and I bet it isn't near enough to make the point, and I can plump on my 12 string Shub Capo and that's fine. Okay, so a little while ago there was a lot of discussion on certain forums about acoustic guitars. In fact, it was the Acoustic Guitar Forum, about another kind of capo called either the Cradle Capo or the Stirrup Capo, whichever way you want to look at it. I encountered these many years ago, made by a company called Paige, P-A-I-G-E, but I found that the only way I could disconnect it was by picking a little hinge with my thumbnail. Now, I'm a finger picker as well as a flat picker, and so my thumbnail was rather important. I didn't want to break it on a capo. But this is a version, oh yes, I should say, there's a lot of talk about really expensive capos made by a company called Elliott McKinney. I think that's the name. And feeling flush one time, I thought I'd go online and order one of these $140 capos and see what the magic was. Well, it turns out that they wouldn't ship to the United Kingdom, so I saved myself a bit of money. But in the conversation, a lovely friend of mine in Wales, a chap called Robin, who likes these kind of capos, sent me this one. It's by D'Addario and it's called the D'Addario Cradle Capo, pretty obvious, and so I thought I'd try it. So this is what you do, if I got it right. So I'm going to put this on my 12th string because it seems to suit the 12th string very well. But so you're going to put the capo on as close to the fret as you can, in fact in the same place that you would fret the string, right, behind the fret but not on the fret, and then you've got to tighten it up, and you've got to keep tightening it up. That's clear? Yeah. And keep tightening it. So, now I think we've got it. Whether that's in perfect tune, I doubt at the moment. And to take it off, you've got to do the thing in reverse. Now, a lot of people say that the benefits of a cradle capo is that you can keep it around the neck like this. I don't feel a need to do that, and it certainly wouldn't work on my Collins guitars. That doesn't, does that save you any time when you've got to do that, sort of tuning up, tuning up, tuning up? So I will stick with my Shubbs, and that's the way it works for me. I spend a lot of money on my picks. I use blue chip picks and such like, and I use excess strings now, which are getting on for £20 a set, which seems to last forever. But I have no need to buy a more expensive capo than this, which is on and off really easily. Where are you going to put it when you're playing and don't need it? Don't you have pockets? Actually, I always have a chair or a table beside me when I perform to keep my bits and pieces. And the other thing is, I always keep my picks and my capos in a little box like this, which goes into my accessory box in the guitar case. So when I take out my guitar, I take out one of these. They're Princess Mary, and I'm not selling them or anything like that. They're antiques because they were made in World War I for the British military, and they are an object of beauty and quite valuable. And so I'm not going to lose my blue chip pick because it's in a valuable thing to start with, so I hold on to those. That's it. Right, have I answered all of your questions? I think so. Put the capo where you would put your thumb, your finger, right? So you don't fret there, you fret there, right? So as close as possible. Don't have them excessively tight or you'll make the strings go sharp. If you have a capo like this, you can adjust that screw so it's right for this guitar, but it might not be right for the neck profile of another guitar. Have one for each guitar. And I got a little black, these are the Mark I versions, so I've got the actual guitar that it's for written on there. And that's about it. I hope that's of use to you, Joseph. And so, for me, simple, basic Shub capos. But the D'Addario, if you like cradle or stirrup capos, this is the only one I've tried since the pages many years ago, and it works very effectively. A nice bit of machinery. I hope that helps people, and again, if you have more questions and comments, please let me know. If you have been, thanks for watching. Bye.